Now, finance ministers and central bankers of the group of 20 nations are meeting in London this weekend. Michelle McCory has a preview. Michelle, what can we expect?
Well, Huss, it looks like the meeting will result in maintaining the status quo. Economic policymakers are signaling that they plan to leave emergency stimulus in place. U.S. Treasury Secretary Timothy Geithner, European Central Bank President Jean-Claude Trichet are among those who say it is too soon to declare victory over the recession. Now, Geithner says that the G20 nations has been very successful in helping to end the global recession, but he's cautioning that it's just too early to remove the policies aimed at boosting growth. He says we've come a very long way, but he thinks there needs to be a need for realism, and there is still a long way to go. Now, there has been positive eco data showing that the slump is easing. So if the economy is indeed pulling out of the recession and the stimulus measures are kept in place, well, then financial markets could be in a sweet spot. Economists at Credit Suisse and Bank of America say stocks will benefit as growth picks up and bonds will be helped by low rates. And it's a tricky balance for central banks to make sure that the stimulus is not removed too soon or left in place too long.
Around the world, there is a concern that as the recovery gets going, there is going to be a need to withdraw stimulus to make sure that inflationary pressures don't start getting out of control. So right now, I think there is a very fine balance between recovery and inflation that these economies are grappling with.
Now, the MSCI World Index of Stocks has gained about 54% since reaching a 14-year low on March 9th. But this week, the S&P recorded its longest losing streak since May, and Europe's Dow Jones Stock 600 index also slid. And Trichet is calling it a bumpy road, saying it's just too soon to pull out. Susan? Rather.
Michelle? It's okay. It gets rather confusing.
It's been a long day.
It is. I'll take that. Now, have all the G20 leaders indicated they want to keep stimulus in place? Has there been a consensus?
On the whole, yes. But, for example, German's finance minister Steenberg has been pressing his G20 colleagues to devise an exit strategy to unwind the $2 trillion that they've committed in fiscal stimulus. Geithner, his British counterpart, Alistair Darling, and Trichet all say that now is just not the time to hit the brakes. But Huss will know for sure after this weekend. And, of course, Bloomberg will be there keeping you updated with instant news and reaction. Huss?
Michelle McCory, no confusion there. Thank you so much for that.